Okay, so we are going to be looking here at the math benchmark test. We had 265 students take the assessment. We had 207 approaches. We had 58 did not meet. We had 18 masters, and then we had 83 students within the bubble here. So what we want to look at is, or what I'm gonna ask is, what testing instrument was used for these students?
So they used the Tango software,
Tango.
and everything was done digitally online.
So everything was online, and this was mostly freshmen, correct? Freshman students.
Correct. They were all freshmen.
Freshman students, and then so are there any type of interventions that the students get for math or for is this algebra or is
Yes,
just it's
Algebra
algebra
1.
one? Is there any type of interventions or tutorials or anything that they get for this?
Yes, so all of our students that took the assessment are currently in an algebra class. We do offer algebra tutorials 3 times a week on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday in the morning and afternoon with multiple teachers. We also offer Saturday academies. So this Saturday, November 16th, will be our last set of 3 Saturdays that we had for this month.
Good. I see that the approaches is a good number at 78%. I think it was this side right here. So also for the did not meets, it doesn't seem like there's like too many students at that area. I feel like the masters is it kind of where you guys more or less like to see that at for the masters. That is that what 7% almost is
Yeah,
that.
so our goal for as a campus is always the 90-60-30, with 90% being approaches,
Mm-hmm,
60% with being meets,
mm-hmm.
and then 30% being masters. So
Okay.
we still have quite a ways to go to get to our goal as a campus.
Mhm.
However, the benchmark is a full blown exam, and our students have only been exposed to half of the content since we're about halfway through the school year. So we can see that our students are on progress to get to our goal, but we are just currently not there yet.
And as far as like the history of the scores, they're mostly is it like similar to this? Is this lower, higher than years before?
It seems to be pretty consistent because of COVID. We've been showing increases in our algebra numbers. Every year we get steadily a little bit higher, but we're still far away from where we were pre-COVID.
Yeah, I think most school districts are probably feeling that same way. And then as far as like teachers, I don't know if you go into classrooms. I haven't really been into any math classrooms with Miss Garcia. We went to a few history classes as far as walkthroughs. But what are like, is there any type of special strategies that you guys give to like the teachers or the algebra teachers for, like for students?
So one thing that we do recommend is for the teachers to do more small group instruction. That's one of the things that we are working on as a campus. The majority of our math classes are more whole group instruction with the teacher doing the I do, we do, you do approach, and there is a lot of independent work by the students. So we are trying to encourage more cooperative learning in those classes. So it's more peer-to-peer learning instead of only the teacher giving out to the students. So that's something that we are currently working on as a campus.
Yeah, and I think I probably also need to go and see math classes to kind of get an idea
Yes.
what they're doing in there. And I already talked about you said the tutorials. They are doing tutorials. And do you guys get a lot of students in the tutorials? Is there a big group for math?
For math, it depends on the teachers. We do have some teachers that are very consistent with their tutorials, and they're very intentional with making parent contact and putting the kids on contracts to encourage them to go. Some other teachers leave it kind of more open and allow the students to come if they need it. So those teachers maybe have more spotty attendance because it's not as intentional, and they don't necessarily go above and beyond to make parent contact to ensure the students are coming.
Okay. Yeah, I feel like also like student motivation to like getting the students to want to have better scores. And this is my first year like in high school, so I know like in middle school, it's like pulling teeth with those kids, like trying to get them to go to the tutorial. So I'm trying to still figure out like the differences between middle school and high school as far as like motivation and all that goes. I feel like here they're a little bit better, I would assume, than middle school.
As they get older, I think they're a little bit better. I know in middle school it's easier for the teacher to kind of control the kids coming because their
Mhm.
parents have a bigger part,
Yeah.
a bigger role in their education.
True.
In high school, it's really kind of on the student.
Yeah.
So, and just the number of students that most teachers have,
It's more responsibility.
it's a little bit harder sometimes to make contact, or the numbers aren't working in the system. So we're really relying only on the student to
Mhm.
show up.
All right. Sounds good.